Hi there, we're on Through the Bible in 1 year. We are on day 53. And today we're going to finish Leviticus, finally. I must admit that Leviticus has been quite tedious for me. Laws and rules and sacrifices and punishments and the whole thing, so basically their whole book of laws. So let's jump over there and let's finish this up. Blessings for obedience. The Lord said, "Do not make idols or set up statues, stone pillars, or carve stones to worship." I need some churches now. I am the Lord your God. Keep the religious festivals and honor the place where I am worshipped. I am the Lord. If you live according to my laws and obey my commands, I will send you rain at the right time, so that the land will produce crops, and the trees will bear fruit. Your crops will be so plentiful that you will still be harvesting grain when it is time to pick grapes, and you will still be picking grapes when it is time to plant grain. You will have all that you want to eat, and you can live in safety in your land. Okay? That was important. Live in safety in your land. I will give you peace in your land, and you can sleep without being afraid of anyone. I will get rid of the dangerous animals in the land, and there will be no more war there. You will be victorious over your enemies. 5 of you will be able to defeat 100, and 100 will be able to defeat 10,000. I will bless you and give you many children. I will keep my part of the covenant that I made with you. Your harvest will be so plentiful that they will last for a year. And even then, you will have to throw away what is left of the old harvest to make room for the new. I will live among you in my sacred tent, and I will never turn away from you. I will be with you, I will be your God, and you will be my people. I, the Lord your God, brought you out of Egypt so that you would no longer be slaves. I broke the power that held you down, and I let you walk with your head held high. Hey. That's all the good stuff you get if you're obedient, right? Punishment for disobedience. The Lord said, "If you will not obey my command, you will be punished. If you refuse to obey my laws and commands and break the covenant I have made with you, I will punish you. I will bring disaster on you, incurable diseases and fevers that will make you blind and cause your life to waste away." Boy, doesn't that sound like what's going on today? You will plant your crops, but it will do no good, because your enemies will conquer you and eat what you have grown. I will turn against you, so that you will be defeated, and those who hate you will rule over you, and you will be so terrified that you will run when no one is chasing you. Even after all of this, you still do not obey me. Even after all this you still do not obey me, I will increase your punishment 7 times. I will break your stubborn pride. There will be no rain on your land, and will be dry and hard as iron. All your work will do you no good, because your land will not produce crops and the trees will not bear fruit. Man. If you still continue to resist me and refuse to obey me, I will again increase your punishment 7 times. I will send dangerous animals among you, and they will kill your children, destroy your livestock, and leave so few of you that your roads will be deserted. If, after all this punishment, you still do not listen to me, but continue to defy me, then I will turn on you and punish you 7 times harder than before. We're up to 21 now. I will bring war on you to punish you for breaking our covenant. And if you gather in your cities for safety, I will send incurable diseases among you, and you will be forced to surrender to your enemies. I will cut off your food supply so that 10 women will only need 1 oven to bake all the bread they have. They will ration it out, and when you have eaten it all, you will still be hungry. If, after all this, you still continue to defy me and refuse to obey me, then in my anger I will turn on you and make your punishment 7 times worse than before. Yeah, we're up to 28 now. Your hunger will be so great that you will eat your own children. Wow. I will destroy your places of worship on the hills, tear down your incense altars, and throw your dead bodies on your fallen idols in utter disgust. I will turn your cities into ruins, destroy your places of worship, and refuse to accept your sacrifices. I will destroy your land so completely that the enemies who occupy it will be shocked at the destruction. I will bring war on you and scatter you in foreign lands. Your land will be deserted, and your cities will be left in ruins. Then the land will enjoy the years of complete rest that you would not give it. It will lie abandoned and get its rest while you are in exile in the land of your enemies. Wow. Ain't God means business, huh? I will make those of you who are in exile so terrified that the sound of a leaf blowing in the wind will make you run. You will run as if you were being pursued in battle, and you will fall when there is no enemy near you. You will stumble over one another when no one is chasing you, and you will be unable to fight against any enemy. You will die in exile, swallowed up by the land of your enemies. The few of you who survive in the land of your enemies will waste away because of your own sin and the sin of your ancestors. But your descendants will confess their sins and the sins of their ancestors who resisted me and rebelled against me, and caused me to turn against them and send them into exile in the land of their enemies. At last, when your descendants are humbled, and they have paid the penalty for their sin and rebellion, I will remember my covenant with Jacob, and with Isaac, and with Abraham, and I will renew my promise to give my people the land. First, however, the land must be rid of its people so that it can enjoy its complete rest. And they must pay the full penalty for having rejected my laws and my commands. But even then, when they are still in the land of their enemies, I will not completely abandon them or destroy them. That would put an end to my covenant with them, and I am the Lord their God. I will renew the covenant that I made with their ancestors when I showed all the nations my power by bringing my people out of Egypt, in order that I, the Lord, might be their God. All these are the laws and commands that the Lord gave to Moses on Mount Sinai for the people of Israel. Get that? Now, do you get where he was talking? He was saying what he would do for obedience in the beginning, and then he was talking about the punishment for disobedience. And he always said, if you don't this, if after this you don't do it, if you still continue, if after all this punishment you still don't listen to me, if after this you still defy me. And then he stops talking about if and then starts talking about when this happens. Like he knew. If and when. It's just interesting correlation there. Chapter 27. This is the last chapter in Leviticus. Laws concerning gifts to the Lord. The Lord gave Moses the following regulations for the people of Israel. When any of you have been given to the Lord in fulfillment of a special vow, you may be set free by the payment of the following sums of money according to the official standard. Now, I'm not sure what that means, given to the Lord in fulfillment of a special vow. You could buy your way out of it. Adult male, 20 to 60 years old, 50 pieces of silver. Adult female, 30 pieces of silver. Young male, 5 to 20, 20 pieces of silver. Young male. Young female, 10 pieces. Infant male under 5, 5 pieces of silver. Infant male, female, 3 pieces of silver. Male above 60, 15 pieces of silver. I guess I'm only worth 15 pieces of silver, huh? Female above 60, 10 pieces of silver. Oh, that's interesting. If any of you make a vow and are too poor to pay the standard price, you shall bring the person to the priest, and the priest shall set a lower price according to your ability to pay. If your vow concerns an animal that is acceptable as an offering to the Lord, then every gift made to the Lord is sacred, and you may not substitute another animal for it. If you do, both animals belong to the Lord. But if your vow concerns a ritually unclean animal which is not acceptable as an offering to the Lord, you shall take the animal to the priest. The priest shall set a price for it according to its good or bad qualities, and the price will be final. If you wish to buy it back, you must pay that price plus an additional 20%. They even had money back then, huh? When any of you dedicate your house to the Lord, the priest shall set the price according to its good or bad points, and the price will be final. If you wish to buy your house back, you must pay the price plus an additional 20%. If any of you dedicate a part of your land, the price shall be set according to the amount of seed it takes to sow it, and at the rate of 10 pieces of silver per bushel of barley. If you dedicate the land immediately after a year of restoration, the full price applies. If you dedicate it That's during the Jubilee. If you dedicate it any time later, the priest shall estimate the cash value according to the number of years left until the next year of restoration, or Jubilee, at a set reduced price. If you wish to buy your field back, you must pay the price plus an additional 20%. If you sell the field to someone else without first buying it back from the Lord, you lose the right to buy it back. And the next year of restoration, the field will become the Lord's permanent property. It shall belong to the priests. Wow. If you dedicate to the Lord a field that you have bought, the priest shall estimate its value according to the number of years left until the next year of restoration, and you must pay the price. You must pay the price that very day. The money belongs to the Lord. At the year of restoration, the field shall be returned to the original owner or to the descendants. All prices shall be set according to the official standard. They never tell you what the official standard is, huh? The firstborn of an animal already belongs to the Lord, so no one may dedicate it to him as a freewill offering. A calf, a lamb, or a kid belongs to the Lord, but the firstborn of an unclean animal may be bought back at the standard price plus an additional 20%. Well, if it is not bought back, it may be sold to someone else at the standard price. None of you may sell or buy back what you have unconditionally dedicated to the Lord, whether it is a human being or an animal or land. What's this dedicated? Anything dedicated this way belonged completely to the Lord and could not be used. It had to be destroyed. Wow. It belonged permanently to the Lord. Not even human beings who have been unconditionally dedicated may be bought back. They must be put to death. Wow. 1/10 of all the produce of the land, whether grain or fruit, belongs to the Lord. If you wish to buy any of it back, you must pay the standard price plus an additional 20%. One of every 10 domestic animals belongs to the Lord. When the animals are counted, every 10th one belongs to the Lord. You may not arrange the animals so that the poor animals are chosen. You may not make any substitutions. If you do substitute one animal for another, then both animals will belong to the Lord, and you may not be bought back. These are the commandments that the Lord gave Moses on Mount Sinai for the people of Israel. Okay? So, there you go. That finishes up Leviticus. We mark that as complete. Shall we peek ahead? Now we're in Numbers. The first census of Israel. On the first day of the second month of the second year after the people of Israel, the Lord spoke to Moses. You remember, they're still out in the wilderness. Moses did not get to enter the promised land. Do you remember? So they're setting up all these rules. So they're taking a census of the clans and families and all the men 20 years old or older who are fit for military service. Ask one clan chief from each tribe to help you. These are the men leaders within their tribes who were chosen. There should be 12 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? And there's the actual number. See? 600,000 men. Okay? So they haven't lost anything yet. So, that's interesting. So, there we are. We have finished up Leviticus. Hooray. That was very long and tedious, but now we know lots of stuff, huh? You know? Lots of stuff. Amazing. So, that's it today. Catch up on anything you may have missed. You want to be able to say you went through the entire Bible in 1 year. This is day 53. We got a long way to go. You know, I can't do that math anymore. 53 minus 320, 365. That's like 322 or something, or 312. I don't know. Whatever it is. But, yeah, catch up on anything you may have missed. You know? Until then, keep studying. See you next time.